So Crossroads in Portland is the equivalent of an antique mall. There are various vendors that have bins of records. It's a great place to check out. There's wonderful records and cheap-ass records. So how about a whack-a-mole here? Let's take a little tour first. I know, it's overwhelming, but I'm gonna do a whack-a-mole up here in a minute here. I did. So the whack-a-mole is 5 random picks. I think I'll just stay in this section here and see what happens. Whack-a-mole at Crossroads in Portland. Reprise Records posthumous release, The Essential Jimi Hendrix Volume 2. Obviously there was a first volume, kind of a greatest hits. This has Hey Joe, Fire, Foxy Lady, Wind Crazy. This probably came out in the, I think in late 70s, around 79 or 78. Jimi Hendrix. Oh, this is a great record, Malo. This is the Malo's debut record. This is Jorge Santana, is the brother of Carlos Santana. Produced by David Rubinson, who produced Santana, and he produced the Pointer Sisters. What a great Bay Area producer. Was a Columbia producer, a lot of the great Columbia records, Moby Grape. And then he bought the Columbia Studios in San Francisco and renamed it the Automat. A lot of great records in the late 60s into the 70s. Fantastic record. In fact, Luis Gasca is on here. Oh God, yeah, Jorge's. I don't have this anymore. Let's see. Oh, it's a greenie. I'm buying this. I don't think I've ever bought a whack-a-mole in a store. I have, I think I have a copy of this John Moreno gave me. He gave me maybe their second, or the Brown album that said Malo. But is that the first one or the second one? This is 1972, the year I graduated high school. So I'm buying this. That's 2. We're an American band. We're an American band making America great again. Grand Funk Railroad. I've never owned a Grand Funk record album, but people would play them in the store in my day when I worked. This is probably 72 or 3. What year is this? I'm thinking 72 or 73. I don't know what to say about this. Is American Band even on here? Well, 12 minutes into the sun. Nothing else to say about Grand Funk. I appreciated them. I like their, what's that Metallic cover album they did? I don't know. Okay. The Nights. This, I don't even know what this is. This is a German pressing of The Nights, aka King Richard and the Nights. Had their beginnings in 1961 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've never seen this in my entire life. I don't know what this is. I don't know it, but it's an early rock and roll band. Surf rock. I think my guess is surf rock. That kind of early, like not quite the Sonics or the Ventures, but just garage rock. But on the surf rock side, everyone came out of the era first started doing surfy type bands. This is from Albuquerque. I don't know it. I want to make sure I put things back in the right place. Okay, I'm going to go out of frame, but I'm going to... Bare Trees, Fleetwood Mac. I love this period of Fleetwood Mac. This is the period when Bob Welch was in the band, produced by Fleetwood Mac. Of course, Child of Mine. It has that one poet, the old woman doing the poetry on here. Is that Thoughts of a Gray Day? Oh, it's got Danny's Chant, the Danny Kerwin song, which is sort of an instrumental with some vocals. Bare Trees, Danny Kerwin, Bob Welch's. This is the Bob Welch, Danny Kerwin period, which I just love. Kristen McVie also in this. Great record. I love Bare Trees and Future Games are really kind of a nice pair of records. Fantastic record. Fantastic record. This is obviously the pre-Buckingham Nicks period. I love this record and this period more than the Buckingham Nicks. Not as popular, obviously. Okay, now in front of me, I'm not looking, but in front of me is the soul, funk, R&B, and jazz. So I think I'm going to do one extra one. I'm going to pick something from the soul and funk section just to get a little variety. Oh, the Buddy Miles Express, Electric Church. Of course, his big hit. He only really had one hit as an artist on his own. Changes. Great artist. Obviously, Jimi Hendrix. That New Year's Eve album. It was the 69-70 New Year's Eve. Jimi Hendrix. That was a really interesting band of gypsies. Actually, a perfect name for it. But I've never heard this particular album. I do have the Changes album. This is recorded live at the Fillmore East. One track was recorded live at the Fillmore East. Wrap It Up. And on here is Jim McCarty. Didn't Jim McCarty play with the Yardbirds, I believe? Produced, oh my God, I didn't know this. This is produced by Jimi Hendrix. I had no idea. So I'm learning. I learn like you learn. You watch this, you learn. I influence you to buy certain records, and I influence myself to buy certain records. Buddy Miles. Put it back in the right place. And then one last jazz record here. Butterscotch Rum. This is obviously kind of a 60s, late 60s, early 70s thing with Gary McFarland. Of course, the song Jenny's into Black Mushrooms. This is totally psychedelic jazz. Words by Peter Smith. There's words. I don't know this record at all. Jenny's Path. This looks like a hippie smoking up a storm on Sunday. She's down on religion. Jenny makes a straight man nervous. What a great song title. Naked as a Heavenly Rain. On Buddha Records. This could be kind of cool, actually. Let's see. It's only $10. I don't need to buy this. Let's see. Let me see if there are any details here. Recorded at A&R Studios. All songs published by Kamaripa. That sounds so hippie-ish. Beatle Connection. Drums, Denny Sewell. Denny Sewell was the original drummers for Wings. Interesting. Something I've never seen before, but there's always a Beatle connection here. And here's one Yeah, interesting. Should we do one more? Should we do one more? Let's see. How far can I go without looking? Oh, Fleetwood Mac again. Now this is a great record. This is early. This is a reissue from 2021. Need Your Love So Bad. Need Your Love So Bad. The Lily Willie John song. It's one of my favorite songs of the early Fleetwood Mac. The blues, the Peter Green period of Fleetwood Mac. Coming Home on here. One of the great singles on here, which was huge in the UK, not so much in America, called Albatross. Great instrumental. Albatross influenced John Lennon to write Sun King, that guitar, that kind of surfy Hawaiian-like guitar playing on here. Peter Green, to me, the best period of Fleetwood Mac from my point of view. The Sun is Shining, a lot of Elmore James song, the great bottleneck blues guitar player, but The Pious Bird of Good Omen, this is a reissue, but original copies of this, even if you don't have this an original, get a reissue. It sounds friggin' great. So that's it. Let me just turn the camera around. I mean, since we're here, we might as well do something. Bonus points. The original Hole in the Wall, the Packers. The leading disc jockeys. This is put together, conceived by a master craftsman and one of the nation's leading disc jockeys, that magnificent Montague. I don't know this. Here's the Hole in the Wall. Teenager to adult, the long-haired jazz buff. Recorded in Hollywood. Hole in the Wall. I like that cover. Kind of weird. I don't know this record. I don't know. So I failed in the end. But this is a whack-a-mole, whatever the number is, at Crossroads in Portland, Oregon. Again, you got to visit here because it's like an antique mall of record vendors, and it's kind of cool. Thanks for watching. Mazzy loves you.
Hey.
Let me see. Yeah, nice shirt. David, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
If you're watching, Ben, we love Tunnel Records in San Francisco.
Ben's the best.
And we okay, too many records you work at, but we know. But you're wearing the.
Ben tried to get me to work for him a few times, and I was very tempted.
I love Ben and his store, and anytime I get a chance,
That's awesome. If you ever get to San Francisco, go
I always
check
get.
out
I grew up there. I get there twice a year. So